Hey YouTube, it's the morning brew, and the heat has taken its toll on the hair. I couldn't dare put any product in my hair this morning. It's just too freaking hot. Oh god, you know it's hot when you get out of bed and there's a body outline of you on the bed still. It's sad. Anyways, after that very disturbing imagery. How are you, YouTube? Oh, man. Well, we're getting closer and closer to the winter season, which I'm happy. One more month or so. We're getting closer and closer to the start of Halloween, Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Christmas, New Year's, which I love and hate that time of year. Actually, the whole season from this, once the Halloween stuff starts coming into stores, I hate it. I hate going to stores. I hate being around stores because then you start hearing goofy Halloween songs. Then Thanksgiving for some reason doesn't have a theme per se, but it immediately goes to Christmas. So you have Christmas for 2 months in stores. I remember when I used to work at Office Depot, my store, I was lucky, didn't have a working audio system, but stores that did had to put up with the music right when Thanksgiving, the week of Thanksgiving to the end of the year, and in some cases the day after New Year's. It blew chunks for them. Anyways, fun times, right? In the middle of doing some planning and some revamping for the show, I'm hoping, and this is a big hope, that eventually I can get a green screen to cover all this and put up some nicer graphics. You know, maybe have a holiday theme going. I'm still debating what I want to do for Halloween, considering Halloween is Halloween. And so same weekend I will be at Kamikaze. My son's Halloween costume's been picked out and bought already. He will be a little Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas. I should have grabbed that mug. I myself have no idea what I'm dressing up as. My wife will be going as Sally. And I suppose I should be going as Jack myself, but of course they don't make them in a double XL. Or if they do, good luck finding one for under $100. Bastards. Or I might just go as Oogie Boogie, which in this case might just be green screen tarp thrown over my head like a poncho and a Ku Klux Klan style hat. Oh, that'd be horrible. I should just go as the creepers from Minecraft at that point. That is bad. That is bad. Oh, the image on my head is bad. The costume I found on Amazon is even worse. Oh, Amazon. Anyways. Ooh. Sorry, still having the morning stretches and pops and kinks coming out. Let's get to the news. There's quite a bit to cover, and I've already eaten up about 4 minutes. Close to 4 minutes. Close. In the news, video game all the way today, the King of Kong has been recrowned again and again. So, I don't know if you ever watched the King of Kong Fistful of Quarters documentary. If you're an arcade or video game aficionado, you must have, or you should. Very good documentary. Although it shows the very creepy side of gaming. Especially the fanboys of the guys who are really good at video games. Those guys are creepy. Anyways, the documentary was Steve Wiebe, the newcomer, versus the record-holding champion at the time, Billy Mitchell. I won't say how the movie ended. Needless to say, Billy Mitchell is not very nice. I'll leave it at that. Apparently he has a very successful line of hot sauces in his neighborhood. Leave it at that. Watch the documentary. You really root for Steve Wiebe. Anyways, what you do learn in the documentary is Donkey Kong has a very methodical way of being played. If you know your math and you're really good at doing equations in your head at the time, you can get really high scores in the game. Well, the record was broken about a week or two ago, recently, as a bar bet between two buddies. I think going something like this. Hey, I bet you I could score pretty high in Donkey Kong. Bet you can't make the top 20 in the world. Bet you I totally could make the top 20. Hold my beer, let's do this. Eventually breaking the record. And then having it broken again this past weekend. Over the weekend, a video was transmitted through Twitch of a very bad angle, but good enough to see the gameplay of a player. Did I write his name down? Oh yeah, Hank Shan's record was destroyed by. Oops, I didn't write down the guy's name. Great reporting, right? Anyways, the Twitch channel basically blew up as people with great anticipation watched as this guy jumped and climbed and hammered his way to the top with a score that shattered the previous record by 3,200 points, making it a total score of 1,141,800 points, shattering Weeby and Mitchell's previous competitive records. I'm not spoiling anything, considering that I just told you that the records were broken, so I'm not telling you who broke it last. So there, haha. Anyways, so he broke the record that the previous record holder broke by a bar bet. Well, it's been broken, and like I said, for gaming aficionados and people who still follow Donkey Kong religiously, there's even a Donkey Kong blog dedicated to record breakers or record holders. It's some pretty hardcore stuff. Personally, I never liked the Donkey Kong arcade game that much. I like Donkey Kong Jr. a little bit better. Hated Donkey Kong Jr. Math. Never ever played Donkey Kong 3. The one where you play as Steve, the Bugman. You know, you shoot Donkey Kong up the crotch with the bug spray shooter. Yeah. Anyways. So, with that said, congratulations. It's not an easy task. I will say that I've tried just beating Donkey Kong. It's not an easy task. What you do learn in the documentary, by the way, that this whole situation encourages, is that Donkey Kong doesn't have a final level. It will glitch. It only has a certain amount of levels in memory that memory can hold, and then the game just completely glitches out, and if you're lucky to finish that, there's nothing more. So, it's an interesting look at things. So once again, the record's been broken. The King of Kong has been crowned once again and again. So, let's move on to other video game news. And this one's going to take a little bit longer because it's pretty epic. So, in Arkham Knight news, they got a new release date, but that's not important. You found that out from a bunch of other people already. What is important, they've got 2 collector's editions coming out. I'm going to run you down the list of the contents. Now, there's the limited edition, which will contain an 80-page art book, limited edition steel case for the game, Arkham Knight number 0 comic book, a 3-pack of character skins from the New 52, which is the new DC reboot that they did 2 years ago now, and a Batman monument statue. I'm guessing it's going to be similar to the one in the Dark Knight Rises. Well, this sounds really cool. So far, I've liked the collector's editions. I unfortunately only collected the first collector's edition. After that, the second one came with a Batman statue where he's standing on top of a gargoyle. It was pretty nice, but it was $100. I'm not spending that kind of money. Then the next game, which was the not made by Rocksteady, came with a really cool Joker statue that lit up. and had all these screens behind him and whatever, and it looked really sick. Didn't pick it up because lack of money, and I was glad because the game wasn't very good. It was buggy as heck. So, the Rocksteady ones look good because they have good statues, good game behind it. And for $100 on the console side, and what looks like the PC will be $94.99, although I couldn't get a straight answer on that one so far, but there is a PC version coming out with the collector's edition. So if you're willing to drop $100, that's a good deal. Now, if console users and only console users are willing to drop $200, you get all the goodies that we just talked about except the statue. Instead, you get a statue of a transforming Batmobile called the Batmobile Edition Batman Arkham Knight. It's made by Triforce, which is one of the better known companies for their highly detailed statues. Look them up. But it's a transforming Batmobile, which just makes it wicked cool and makes me wish I could drop $200 on top of the $400 I would need in order to have a console that actually could play the game. How can I horn myself out for $600 in the next few months? I already do YouTube, and that's not paying off. I'm not gonna do adult entertainment. I don't have the guts for that. Oh, looks like a no game for me. What I will say is, for those of you who are willing to spend the money, good for you. I think it's worth, the statue is worth the money. It sucks that it's not a Batman statue, but if you've got previous versions of the collector's editions, you have a large Batarang like I do. On your stand, you would have the Batman over on top of the gargoyle statue. You'd have the Joker in that huge monitor setup. And on top of that, you would now have a Batmobile setup. So it's pretty wicked cool and it's awesome stuff. And if you're into it and you've got the funds for it, good on you. I personally don't have the funds for all that. Part of me wants to pick up the game, the Batmobile edition by itself and hope that one day I have a PS4 or an Xbox One, whichever one I happen to get, to experience the game. But then again, I'm not that desperate to spend $200 on a single game, regardless of the statue. So much more stuff I could do with $200. So with that comes the end of the show. The questions are pretty basic today. Did you ever watch the King of Kong Fistful of Quarters? Because my wife never has. Are you even interested in Donkey Kong, the original Donkey Kong, anymore? And quite simply, did you ever play Donkey Kong 3? Donkey Kong 3. It never had a dedicated cabinet. Instead, it came with a conversion kit to turn Donkey Kong 1 machines into Donkey Kong 3 machines. I don't know. And last but not least, if you're getting Batman Arkham Knight, are you planning on getting either one of the collector's editions? The first one being $100, or a second one for $200? A statue of Batman, or a transforming Batmobile? You decide. You let me know in the answers in the comments. Like I said, man, if I could spare the money and horn myself out fast enough, I would. Don't have it. Can't do it. So until next time, thank you for tuning in. Do the subscribe thing, the like and share thing, and until next time, do yourself a favor. Enjoy your brew.